Hi good people, welcome back to Freedom with Fridah. Just in case you're new here, hi, my name is Fridah Nguku and this space is the best space for you, so subscribe and come back. Thank you so much to everyone that watched my house tour, guys. I am so grateful. I got so many views that I just can't believe it. And I'm here to say thank you. Just in case you've not watched it, it's gonna be on the description box, so go through and watch that. Thank you for the comments, the good comments I got. Thank you so much. And for everyone who gave it a thumbs up. Now let's get on to the point of this video today. We're talking about overthinkers, and being an overthinker could be a good thing or a bad thing. And so this is me today telling you, first of all, I'm an overthinker, and just realizing that I am an overthinker gave me a clue of why I behave the way I behave. And so I got to a point where I'm comfortable with it. I'm dealing with the bad side and trying to be conscious of all this. So just in case you're an overthinker, or you're dating one, or you're married to one, or you're around one, your sister or a brother, family, whatever it is, this video is going to help you so you can understand them more, or even understand yourself more. So let's get on to it. Let's start with the positives. And point number one is they are extremely genuine. They're very authentic, they're real, and they're very actual. And for them being that, they expect the same from you. So they'll tell you as it is. If you piss them off, they'll be like, okay, I just don't like that. They're very authentic. They'll just tell you as it is, like, this is who I am, take it or leave it. So they're real. So if you're not real to them, they just don't understand it, because they expect the same from people around them. So one thing is that they are very genuine. Point number two is they will challenge you. And if you've been around me, if you're a friend or you just a close person around me, you realize that I'm very good at pushing people. Sometimes it could even get to a point where you feel like I'm nagging, like I'm like, hey, you need to get off my space. But I'm very good at challenging people. Overthinkers are very good at challenging people. Like, hey, you're good at this, you can sing, go ahead and sing. You're very good at music, go ahead and do this. You have a beautiful body, keep working out. Like, they just push us. Your business is good, don't give up. So they'll challenge you to be a better person, which is a good thing. If you're around them, they might get too much on your space, but I can promise you, if you take it positively, they're going to inspire you and they're going to change your life. But the third thing is they're very loyal, and this loyalty is both for good and bad, love and hate. If they hate you, they hate you. Like, we are not discussing this. And if they love you with everything. Even when people tell you, okay, this person is not like this, they just don't see it because they're so loyal to it. If it's a relationship, they stick to it, they hold on to it. They try their best to be the best versions, the best version of themselves in that relationship. If it's a friendship, they'll try to make it work all through. Like, they always be there for you, supporting, a bit there. So they really are very loyal to whatever it is they commit to. Friendships, relationships, marriages, businesses. Like, if we decided we are partners, we are partners. They just don't go around messing around. The fourth thing is they are not control freaks, but sometimes they look like they are. I'm giving you a case example so you can understand this more. If an overthinker calls you, assuming you guys are dating, if an overthinker calls you twice and you're not picking up, they will think the whole thing 1,001 times, think, and they'll come up with scenarios like, this person is cheating, this person is with this person, they don't want to talk to me. They've already analyzed so many scenarios, so many situations that could be happening at that particular moment, or even you're dead. And now it looks like they're actually trying to control you. So if you call back, they're like, why didn't you call me? Why is it that you're not following up? Why? Like, they look like they're control freaks, but in real sense, it's just because they think a lot. They really think a lot, and they create scenarios that sometimes don't even exist. Yes. Next point is they hardly let go. It's really hard for an overthinker to let go. And this letting go is everything. It could be a dress they used to love. It could be an art that is now spoiled. Like, they keep things, guys. This is so me. They keep things. They rarely get to a point where, like, okay, I need to let go. And this could even be relationships. Like, they've broken up with an ex and they're just still fighting for it. They're like, it takes years for them to just move from that. Just be like, okay, this is toxic, I need to leave. It really takes time for them to let go. So you need to understand, if you're around an overthinker, that they keep going back to bad situation and you're like, okay, chick, you need to move on. It's very hard for them to get to a point where they've let go. But once they let go, they don't want anything to do with it. Next thing is they rarely make bad choices. And I think this is from a point of thinking through things and taking their time before they get to a point where they are committing. Like, because they think through scenarios. Like, you're offering them a job, they will think about so many things around that by the time they settle to that, they've had like 10 scenarios. So they're doing like subtraction method, like this out, so yeah, it's okay, I can deal with this. So it's very hard for them to make a very bad choice, and if they do, trust me, it's gonna be a very bad choice. It's gonna take them time to now get off that bad choice, but they rarely make bad choices. Next thing is they're always on time. Of course, not everything is gonna apply. I'm saying this because I'm not always on time, but I'm an overthinker. But overthinkers are always on time. I think again is because of overthinking and thinking through what could happen, just in case I'm late. What could happen in case my boss shows up? What could happen if this date guy appears there and I'm not there? They're thinking all through, and before they even get to a point where they are going for that thing, they overthink. Like, the overthinkers are the people who prepare the outfit for tomorrow a night before, even a week, because tomorrow I'm supposed to be there on time, so I need this thing to be there, I need this to work. So they rarely get late. The next thing is when they're sorry, they actually mean it. They're genuinely sorry. And for an overthinker to get to a point to say, I am sorry, trust me, that sorry is so genuine, they've thought about it, they're like, okay, I did this, I am the bad one here. So when an overthinker tells you, I am sorry, please forgive me, they actually mean it. The problem is they expect the same from you. So if you're the kind that says I'm sorry and you just, I'm sorry, it doesn't mean anything to you, it's gonna get them so frustrated because they expect you not to repeat that. They expect you to honor your words. They expect you to say sorry and actually mean it, because that's what they do. So if you get a sorry from an overthinker, trust me, it's a genuine sorry. They are just about to work things through and not do that thing again. And the last good thing is they don't play games. And this is so freaking true. If an overthinker decides we are doing this, we are doing that. So don't come playing games. If you're in a relationship, committed relationship, that's just what it is. We are not going to have other people out there. We are not going to have open relationships. Like, if you're doing this business, if I'm sticking to this is what I'm doing. We are not going to get to a point where now we are choosing, oh, you're still doing this. We are like, we're not playing games. We're not playing games. So when we say this, we mean it, we're sticking to it. Let's get on to the other side, the negative side of being an overthinker. One, we hurt a lot. We really hurt a lot. And this connects to the second thing, is that we beat ourselves so much before we get out of that hurt. I think this comes back to us analyzing situations and understanding that things has to run in a certain way. Like, this is the way. We are very stubborn. Like, we stick to something, this is what it is. So when it fails, we are like, we are failing. Why is this happening? I took my time, I put my loyalty into it. So it hurts us so much, and it becomes so hurtful that we even beat ourselves for a very long time before even forgiving ourselves, before saying, okay, Fridah, we need to let this go. We need to say enough. It's okay, it happened. We beat ourselves so much. And I realized that for overthinkers, it's very hard for them to move from one relationship to another, because after this one, it's hard to let go. We beat ourselves through it. I did wrong. I did this. We hurt them also before we get to a point where we commit again. We have overthought that whole process. So it's hardly easy for them to move from one relationship to another. It's a process. The other thing is, it's very hard for us to change our minds. And guys, this is so freaking true. When I stick to something, I am sticking to it. For you to change my mind, you need a lot of proofs, you need to really convince me to get out of this space to this other space. I think because of our loyalty, putting a lot of thinking, a lot of our mind, a lot of energy, investing a lot in something that you want me to change my mind, give me a proof, give me a reason, very genuine reason why I need to move from this space to this other space. And the last thing is, we ask a whole lot of questions. This is a bad thing and also a good thing, but I put it on the bad side because to someone who doesn't really want to open up, it can be very frustrating. To someone you've just met, we want to know a lot about you. You're like, okay, chick, please keep off my space. And this also happens in business. Before you invest in something, okay, what am I gaining from it? How is it benefiting this? How is this gonna grow in the next 5 years? Like, we even think 5-10 years. We overthink things, so we get frustrated and we ask a lot of questions because we want to get the distance before we can commit to that. Now, take this as a positive thing. If you're an overthinker and you're thinking, okay guys, I struggle a lot with it, embrace it. Someone told me, embrace it and make it something you're proud of. Know the negatives and the positives, so you know how well to deal with them and how well to behave around people and how well to deal with situations, just so you don't get to the extreme of the positive or get to the extreme on the negative, because too much of everything is poisonous. So thank you so much for being here, for listening to me. Let me hear in the comment section below, what are you dealing with? How do you deal with all these characteristics of being an overthinker? And give a thumbs up to this video in case you liked it. Stay safe, stay positive. See you on the next